I should be able to set him on fire pretty easily. Oh, nice entrance, Aaron. Okay, so technically I would prefer if he didn't go to Drapion immediately, but he could do that. But he also has an Heracross with a move that's super effective, so maybe he won't. Okay, he immediately goes to Drapion, which I don't like at all, but we still do a ton of damage. And I release just doesn't do enough. Yeah, the berry doesn't matter at all. I mean, I would like not to get crit, but it doesn't really matter if I get crit. Yeah, no damage. Okay, and the rest should be just a series of one-shot. It's bug Pokemon against a fire type. Bishu goes smoothly. Uh, Shizor does have a priority quick attack, which does some damage, but I think to go down it should have been crit Aerial Ace plus crit quick attack, and I still think I would have survived, so not a risk at all. Perfectly safe first trainer. The metronome was actually not necessary because everything gets one shot anyway, apart from the Drapion, and I think the Drapion would have gone down anyway. But I didn't calc the Drapion, so I'm not sure. Have any metronome? I may as well use it. I mean, they lost because you kind of gave them the wrong moves. Because honestly, that Mega should have had Protect. If it had Protect, I would have had to sweet a lot more to beat you. Mega Protect on the first turn into an air slash would have been really threatening to Infernape. I would have been forced to start with Jolteon and then do some switches around. I don't think there is anything that can go wrong in this fight, honestly. I mean, I get crit and then I can't take the sandstorm damage. I think that's unlikely. I should survive anyway. Okay, it just uses sandstorm, which means it is completely free. Sandstorm raises the rock type's defense, the special defense, I mean, but I'm going for physical attacks, so it just doesn't matter. Okay, go revive, sweet. Since I have the plate, I don't need the metronome, but the metronome will still work here. Okay, one shot. I actually calced this stuff because it was when you are aiming for a clean sweep in the leaf power, you kind of have to calculate because it's hard to say if it does 99% of it is or if it is a clean one shot. So for sweeps, I accept calcing. I actually did the calcs with the level 58 one just to be sure, but I did end up leveling it, so. Okay. And you can also go down, eco down. It's kind of interesting that they races from well, no, the Drapion is still his ace, but the races from Diamond and Pearl now are the second best Pokemon, and the races are now new 4th generation Pokemon with extra evolution, like the Magmortar, the Rhyperior. That's also why I trained it physical, because some Pokemon like Flareon have really high special defense. Okay, I always think that they should have a feature that you can challenge these guys staying here, because it's really cool the two trainers on the two sides of the Pokeball, but you have to get close and that's ugly. Okay, so as I was saying, the reason we have this physical Luminion, apart from the fact that it had good attack IVs, but it also had good special attack IVs. I chose to train it physical because sweeping with Waterfall here is easier than sweeping with Surf. Because both Magmortar and Flareon have really high special defense. It will be pretty easy to sweep using Rain Dance, no matter the side. But that would be slightly troublesome because Rain Dance would cover 4 attacks, but I need 5 to clean up. And Magmortar or Infernape do a lot of damage to me, and a crit could kill me. The reason it's poisoned is because Waterfall is a contact move, and Magmortar has Flame Body. If I got burnt by Magmortar, I will be in a ton of trouble, because then I don't know what I will do. I could set up Rain Dance on something that's not Houndoom. Set up Rain Dance later so that I can kill the rest with Surf. But I can't set up on either Infernape or Magmortar, and I wasn't sure in which order he would send out stuff, having multiple Pokemon with super effective moves. So if he sent out Magmortar, I got burnt, and then nice animation for the Pokeball stickers. And then I had to fight the Infernape while burnt, I could have gone down. But yeah, the poison is just to avoid the burn from this Magmortar. Since I one shot, it doesn't really matter how many HP I have. And I couldn't use a Roast Berry, because without a Mystic Water I can't one shot the Infernape, and I would have the same problem. And yeah, setting up the rain was troublesome. I couldn't guarantee doing it before the Infernape, and then taking. There were also some, if I tried to set the rain on a Houndoom, there were some stupid scenarios like, oh, it doesn't say anything. There were some stupid scenarios like I set up the rain on Houndoom, I get crit by Sludge Bomb, I get poisoned by Sludge Bomb, and then the poison kills me. Okay, why do we have the Lamberry? It's pretty simple. We need to set up Swords Dance because These guys' Pokemon aren't that tanky. Most die to an Ice Slash. Becaue goes down to an Ice Slash after one Swords Dance, but he has Bronzong, and Bronzong is tanky as fuck. Okay, we need two Swords Dance to one-shot the Bronzong, and Gyro Ball will do way too much damage to tank that. So we need to Swords Dance 2 times. Mr. Mime has Thunderbolt. We have to tank if he chooses to use it. He didn't use it. If he chose to use Thunderbolt, we would have to tank 2 Thunderbolts. He can even crit once, and I still will not go down. But there was a chance he could paralyze me, and I had to avoid that. If he double paralyzed me, whatever, man, it's such a low chance, I can't do anything about that, okay? So, the other thing that could happen was that he set up the screens like this, and this actually doesn't matter because we have Brick Break. So we just break down the screens. And actually, because we are breaking the screens, this could actually one-shot. Mr. Mime is really fail because he doesn't have much HP. Unlucky. I mean, for fun, let's War Dance again. Okay, yeah, use the full restore. I mean, I don't need this. I really one-shot the Bronzong. I ran the calc, so I'm pretty sure, but it's funny because now we actually one-shot Mr. Mime with Brick Break. Mr. Mime using double screens was the best possible outcome here, and it happened, so that's honestly great. I mean, now we could kind of sweep even through the screens, honestly. We would kill anything but Bronzong through the screens, actually. But yeah, having a really tanky Pokemon like Bronzong that also packs a punch with Gyro Ball is a good idea to stop sweeps. But if your Mr. Mime lets me set up as much as I want, that doesn't work. I guess I will clip the Elite 4 later in a clip. Okay. Level 61 Lucario? Not yet. Okay, I really wanted that extra level on Lucario, but level 60 is good enough, I guess. Okay, 61. Good, good. Extra special defense. This makes it easier to survive against the Spiritomb. Okay, the last battle will be really hard. As I said earlier, usually for the last battle you can just suck Pokemon, but here we're going for round 2, so I can't suck. It would be troublesome if the Spiritomb had some weird strat like Silver Wind programmed in. Okay, our strategy to do this Deathless is to set up on Spiritomb. Spiritomb is really strong, but it is the easiest point to set up on Cinzia. We have to maximize the chances of Spiritomb not critting us, not doing stupid stuff, so we start with Thunder Wave. Now, ideally, we take this well. Okay, we have to risk a crit here. To get down a Thunderbolt, hoping it's not a crit. Oh damn, it's crit. Okay, it's not crit Thunderbolt. Good, good, good. Okay. Now we go to Togekiss. As long as it is not Silverwind, we are fine. Okay, it's paralyzed. That's fine. We set up a wish. We want it to use Dark Pulse on us. Perfect. This can't two-shot even with crits. And then we encore it into Dark Pulse. Perfect. We also heal. That wasn't part of the plan, but we had a free turn for the paralysis, so why not? Then we go to Lucario. We get it via Dark Pulse. We should have gotten it via Dark Pulse, whatever. With War's Dance. Okay, now I think the Encore could end here. But it didn't. But even if it did, from this many HP, we wouldn't get one shot by a crit Psychic. So we could have used the second Word Dance again. The worst thing that could have happened was crit Psychic into crit Extreme Speed from Lucario. Maybe that would have been troublesome. But with this, we are safe. Now, we weakened with Spiritomb because our moveset doesn't really hit well into Ghost types. And our best move would be Metal Claw. Technically, Iron Tail can one-shot from full health after a single Sword Dance, but Iron Tail has terrible accuracy. Even with a lens, it would have been too risky. That's why we went with Metal Claw, but Metal Claw does half the damage of Iron Tail, so it would have needed 3 Sword Dances to one-shot from full health, and it was exactly what it needed. But with the damage, okay, it's so damaged that one Sword Dance was enough. We used 2 Sword Dances because close combat on Garchomp has a chance not to KO after a single Sword Dance. Okay, good. Okay, it's great that Lucario is next because close combat will lower our defenses and with Extreme Speed could start doing some damage. With this, we eliminate the only priority on our team and we are good to go. Metal Claw, cool, don't miss because we had the White Lens. So this was almost safe. The only problem was that we could have gotten crit on Jolteon, and we would have lost Jolteon. And there was also a chance that the Encore could end early, so we would have taken 1 Psychic. And again, if the Psychic decided to crit and then the Extreme Speed had probably it needed a crit. It was kind of fiction, but bad luck exists, you know? Okay, my Lotic also can stand up to us. Now it's just picking buttons, honestly. And we have exactly 5 PP for 5 Pokemon. I didn't even have to use a TP up. I can keep them in case I need them for the second run of the Elite Four. I think going for the second round of the Elite Four in a Nuzlocke is pretty stupid, but I decided to try it. Man, and in the middle there are all the genes. That will be brutal. Uh, Close combat is still the strongest move, even if it is not very effective. But it should one-shot anyway. It's a rosary. I mean, the crit shouldn't matter. I mean, I'm pretty sure I calced that earlier. Yay, champion! But where was Rowan watching from? Like, we were the only ones in that room. Where was he spying from? Actually, what? How does this work? Does Rowan get a phone call every time someone challenges Cinzia? And he comes here with a Pokemon with Fly, I guess. Yes. Elite for beaten. Meeting the shiny actually mattered because I wouldn't have had a Sneasel a Weavile otherwise. And Weavile swept two trainers on his own.